Please like and follow for more stories. As Adanne nursed the man back to health, she discovered that he was not an ordinary beggar, but Prince Ebuka, the heir to the throne, who had gone out in disguise to exploit the village. He had been attacked, beaten, and robbed, nearly losing his life. Prince Ebuka thanked Adanne for her kindness and promised to return the favor. True to his word, once fully recovered, Prince Ebuka returned to the palace and told the king and queen about his experience. Deeply moved, the royal couple decided to visit Ejike's house to personally thank him, and especially Adanne. When the king and queen arrived at Ejike's house, Chioma, Ejike, Adanna, and Adanne were shocked to see the royal entourage. They were even more surprised to learn that the man Adanne had saved was the prince himself. The king and queen expressed their heartfelt gratitude, praising Adanne's kindness and bravery. After that day, Prince Ebuka and Adanne became very close. They spent a lot of time together, and their bond grew stronger with each passing day. The prince was captivated by Adanne's humility and kindness, while Adanne admires the prince's courage and sense of justice. Their relationship soon bloomed into love, and they agreed to get married. Adanna, watching her sister grow closer to the prince, became consumed with jealousy. She believed it was unfair that her sister, whom she always considered less deserving, was about to marry the prince of the land. Her envy grew stronger each day, and she started plotting ways to sabotage their relationship. One day, Adanna managed to convince Adanne that her parents' warning about the river were merely out of fear that they might drown. She assured Adanne that they won't go into the water, just stand by the side. On the way to the river, Adanna asked if she could wear the ring Prince Ebuka had given Adanne, wanting to experience what it felt like to wear such an expensive piece of jewelry. Trusting her sister, Adanne agreed. When they reached the bank of the river, Adanna looked around to make sure no one was watching. Seeing the coast clear, she suddenly pushed Adanne into the river. Adanne screamed for help, but before she could react, something unseen dragged her down into the river. Adanna, terrified by what she had done, ran away from the river and went back home. Shaking, Adanna decided to take on Adanne's identity. She went back home to her parents, pretending to be Adanne. She fabricated a story saying that Adanne had wanted to try something fun before getting married, had slipped and fallen into the river, and was dragged down by something. Chioma and Ejike was devastated, but decided to keep this a secret to protect their remaining daughter's impending royal marriage. Adanna, now pretending to be Adanne, was thrilled about becoming queen. The wedding day arrived and the village gathered to celebrate. Not even Prince Ebuka could tell the difference between the twins. As the ceremony progressed, Adanna was asked to pick up the queen's staff to officiate the wedding. As soon as she touched it, she was overcome with a terrible force. She started screaming and crying out for forgiveness, confessing her sins in front of everyone. The crowd was stunned and furious upon hearing the truth. They decided that Adanna should be thrown into the river as punishment. Chioma and Ejike begged for mercy, revealing the entire truth about the goddess and the curse. Hearing the plea, the native doctor who helped Chioma long ago stepped forward. He proposed a solution to the villagers, suggesting a ritual to appease the river goddess and seek her forgiveness. The villagers agreed, hoping to avoid further wrath from the goddess. Adanna was taken to the river surrounded by the villagers, Prince Ebuka and her family. The native doctor began the ritual, calling upon the goddess for mercy. The water began to churn and the goddess appeared. Her presence was both beautiful and terrifying. The goddess listened to the confessions and pleaded for forgiveness. She acknowledged Adanne's innocence and Adanna's wickedness. The goddess decreed that in order to balance the scale, Adanna must be exchanged for Adanne. As Adanna was pulled into the river, Adanne came out from the river, her spirit restored to life. Adanne now lived well, was embraced by her family and Prince Ebuka. They are grateful for her return but deeply saddened by Adanna's fate. The villagers witnessed the power and justice of the river goddess. Years passed, and Adanne and Prince Ebuka ruled the land with wisdom and compassion. They ensured that the story of the twins and the river goddess was never forgotten, teaching the future generations about the importance of humility, honesty, and consequences of jealousy. Chama and Ejike, though forever marked by their loss, found peace in the return of Adanne and the strength of their family bond. The river, once a place of fear, became a symbol of justice and the power of the goddess who watched over them. Adanne lived a fulfilling life, always remembering the lesson learned and the sacrifice made by her sister. The end.